one day, I'll tell a quick story. I don't know if I've told this on the podcast before. It's kind of funny and it was horrifying at the same time. They had a jump called the 105. It was a 105-foot jump. At least that's what it got called. It would always change direction based on which way the track was going. It was awesome. It was huge.
Oh, he changed the track?
Yeah, so you'd always flip directions. And
he does that with New Hampshire now, too.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an easy kind of cheater way to just like change the track when everything else really stays the same. So that's what he would do. He would make changes to Rocky Hill a lot, though. Like, really change things up, which I think is fun because I get bored of stuff quickly because you learn it so quick. A few of my friends are there watching right next to that jump, matter of fact. And it was going into the woods on this given day. So you would land and you would high speed, like third gear wide open, kind of like hit a sweeper and the woods would be like right there in your corner and a pond. I jump it, all is well. I land perfectly. There's a little mud hole. I hit the mud hole and it just does the most aggressive, quickest.
Was it like a hole or was it like just a puddle?
It was just a mud puddle.
Okay, it wasn't like a hole in the track. Okay.
Just a mud puddle, but it was just enough to like wash the front extremely quickly.
And then you caught
and then caught traction. So it did like a wah and then stood me up.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to be sweeping into the sweeper going super fast, but it stood me up and it also whipped my feet off. So now I'm heading straight towards the pond.
Straight rhythm style.
Feet off, going way too fast. And it stood the bike up straight up enough. And this was all happening so fast. I couldn't, the best thing to do in that situation would have been to like lay it over.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, now I'm in like high grass, knowing that there's a pond here and that there's drop down into forest here. And like neither option's great. Pond would have been probably better.
Pond would be better. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm like, I tried to lay the bike down. I tried, but it didn't. And then it pitched me up. I hit something and just go like this, just flying W upside down. So the last memory there was eyes closed, flying through the air, upside down, just like, don't hit a tree, don't hit a tree, don't hit a tree. And I woke up, one of the situations, I don't know if I was knocked out. I think I was.
Yeah.
I woke up on the other side of a tree that was a huge field goal post, basically like a big Y.
You went through it?
My body went through it.
Your bike?
And my bike was pitched up, upside down, stuck into the tree.
And nobody saw it?
When I hit the puddle on the landing, it splashed all of my friends. So they were busy dealing with getting splashed and trying to get the mud off themselves that they never saw me fly into the woods. So they went back to the truck.
Thinking that's where you were?
So I wake up in the woods, miracle, by the way, where my body flew.
Yeah.
Because I missed the tree. I went through the field goal post and my bike was in the tree. So I got so extremely lucky. But I wake up and I'm like, I try to get my bike out. I like, no luck. Now I walk up out of the woods. Nobody's there. I'm like, is this a bad dream?
Like,
or were they never here? Like, what is going on? So I finally wave a couple of guys off the track. They help me get my bike up and out. All of this happens. Ride the bike back, dizzy and like out of it, back to the truck. And they're all sitting there hanging out. And I'm like, guys, what? Do you know what just happened? I was just dead in the woods and you had no idea. Oh. So that's the story. It's terrifying. And story of me and I have a couple more of those, like just the flying through upside down, waiting to impact something.
What were your thoughts during the infamous straight rhythm crash?
The straight rhythm one, at least I had control. Yeah. Didn't look like I had control, but I was still on the bike, so I still was making decisions the whole time. The straight rhythm one was a good example of like, to the eye, it appeared like it was taking 1 second for all of these crazy things to happen, but I had a million thoughts.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
The first thought was, I don't have insurance. I just turned 26. Like I hadn't got my own insurance yet. Yeah. I don't know if it's still you
can race without insurance?
Technically, probably not.
Because they check for that at NESC.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So technically, probably not. But my first thought was, I don't have insurance. Don't let go of the bike. Right. So as soon as my feet got kicked up, my first thought was, don't let go of the bike. Because in some situations, it's better to, if your feet start going too high, to toss the bike and get away from it. Yeah. Like Roxon.
Yeah. And whoops.
Well, that, yes. But also when Roxon really messed himself up a few years ago.
I can't even watch that crash anymore.
That he should have, I need to watch the clip again to say for sure, but he could have let go of the bike, I think, earlier, and it would have been better, or not let go, period. I forget which one. But he let go at a not good time. So my first thought was like, don't let go. Then I had a bunch more thoughts once the feet, then I was like, spread my legs, because I've come down on the side of a bike before, and I knew that if I did that, I would have dragged it into the face or flew off the freaking,
or tore up your side with the foot peg.
Imagine if I went off the next jump wide open, hanging off the side of the bike, I would have just been ragdolling in the air. Oh my God, it would have been horrible. So I knew to spread my legs so that I could get both legs back where they belong.
Yeah.
And then once I whiskeyed off the next thing, there was a bunch of thoughts with that too, because you're still on the bike.
If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, you can do so on Spotify and Apple Music. If you want to send in your own video submission, you can join us in the Moto Academy family inside of the Moto Academy app by just going to themotoacademy.com. That's also where you can sign up for a class. Okay, guys, see you next episode.